Here I will talk about entity ruler in spaCy and what is entity ruler and how we can use it. And I would show that with a real life example, and where I would create a new entity end to end. I will implement that on a data frame column. No, I will not just print the output. So it will be an end to end implementation of a entity ruler. Here the prerequisites are you have to know the basics of spaCy and a little bit of regular expression. And so before I what is entity ruler? Entity ruler is a function available in spaCy where we can create custom named entity. As we know, in spaCy there are many existing entities are there, like Apple, it is an organization. UK is the GPE is a geopolitical entity. So there are certain predefined, all these are predefined entities, but it might happen that we need to create our own custom named entities. Like I would show with an example. This is the data that I had, and this was some reviews that of the problems that happening. So what for doing the further analysis, what we had to do is we had to identify these within parenthesis data. This part, this is the IP address that we had to identify these as an IP address. Whatever is there within parenthesis and in this format, digit digit dot digit digit, like this type of format, we have to identify that these are IP addresses. And I also want to preserve this data before doing any kind of text cleaning on this, because if we do any kind of text cleaning, then there might be so if we remove punctuations or etc., that there might be loss of information. So this is what we have here. This is what we have here, the description, and I want it I want the IP address to be saved and preserved as a separate entity. Let's see how we can do it. Okay, so this is the data that we have. These are the libraries that we have to use, like pandas, numpy, OS are some fixed libraries. This line is useful because pt.options display.maximum width equal to 100, because when we don't mention this, increase the width to 100, the entire value of a particular cell is sometimes not visible. If this line is has a large length, then it might not get displayed. So to display the full length, we can increase the column width of each cell values. Okay, so I import spaCy, then I from spaCy.pipeline import entity ruler to create my custom entity, and this is where I load my code web small into NLP. This is the normal process that we follow. And also import RD, the regular expression, to identify this within parenthesis format of data. So I'll start writing the code from here. So what I want to do here is I want to identify the pattern, this, and there might be 4 or there might be less than 4 digits here. Identify this pattern and create custom named entities. Okay, so we have to identify this pattern. We have to identify this pattern first, and to identify this pattern we would use regex, okay, regular expression, and to make that particular regex a custom name entity, we would use entity ruler for making that a custom named entity. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So for that we would require to import from spaCy.pipeline, import entity ruler. E and R would be capital. Okay, so we would need this library. So this is the step 1, import entity ruler. So the next step is to create a ruler. So we can do that by ruler equals to n entity ruler within bracket NLP. So basically this is what we are doing. We are defining a ruler. This is the next step. So that will be the ruler dot add patterns and the pattern. So we pass a pattern. So patterns is not defined. Let's make it pattern. Patterns is not defined because I have not yet defined the pattern. So here we would define the pattern that would be the that would identify my that format. This type of this will identify this as a IP address. Okay. So the pattern. There is a format for defining this pattern for entity ruler, that is within parentheses we have to pass a dictionary where the first we have to give the label, and this label would be the name that we want to give to the entity, name of the entity, and the second part would be the pattern. So this is the pattern that spaCy would identify and give this particular label. Okay, so this is the format. Okay, so now within this pattern I would pass a regex code, and I would give name of this label as IP address. Okay, so this here I would pass a regular expression. Okay, so here I am not going to define the regular expression. I would just copy paste here. So this is the regular expression. This is the pattern of regular expression that I am going to pass, that says that match a text that has the regular expression front slash, parenthesis, opening parenthesis. Then there would be digits, a plus sign means there will be one or more number of digits. Then there would be a dot. Then there again would be digits, and there would be closing parenthesis here. So this is the pattern that I want to search, and I would like this to be called as the IP address. So this is the pattern we have created. So here the pattern is ready. I have added this pattern in. Actually this pattern should be above this, otherwise we could show an error. Anyways, so this I have added this pattern to the ruler, so my ruler is ready. But now how to inject this pattern? We would inject this pattern in our NLP's our NLP's pipeline. So before I do that, before I add to a pipeline, I would like to show a this is the this is the pipeline, the default pipeline of an NLP, where it tokenizes when a text is converted to a NLP doc. It first tokenizes it, then parser, tagger, parser, NER, all these things work. Okay, so we have to pass this ruler somewhere here before named entity recognition. I would pass it here. We would always pass it after tokenizer. Okay, so this is where I want my pattern. I want my this new ruler to be inserted. So for that I would do ruler dot add pipe. Sorry, it will be NLP dot add pipe, NLP dot add pipe, and here I would add my ruler, and I have to mention that it should be before named entity recognition. Okay, so this is showing. Okay, so because I have already run this, so this is showing it that I already have exists this. So I would run it once again and come back. So let me run all these once again. So it's already there. Okay, so let's run it once again. Yes, so we have added this ruler. So to see whether we have added this successfully or not, we can run NLP dot pipeline, this would see all the, see there, this is the new entity ruler and it's added. Okay, so our pipeline is ready. Now we have to implement, now before we implement it on this particular column, we have to see if it's working or not. So for that I would let's take arbitrary one text dot equals to, let's break down, text equals to data, and the name is description. Description, let's take the second row, and doc is NLP of text. Let's see the doc. So this is the first, this is the second row that we have, and let's see the, if this is identified as a ENT or not. And we have to identify, we have to see if we can identify this as an entity called IP address, and for that we can let's print, and here what I would do is write a for loop for ENT in doc.ents, but like normal for I will not do this, rather I would write the output before this for line here. This is a different type of for loop, and so here I would write for ENT in doc.ents ENT dot text, so I want to see the text of that span, and ENT dot level, so I also want to see the level. See, this is identified as an IP address. Bypass is not a person, but it is identifying it as a person, but this is correctly identified. So now we would write custom defined function by which we would implement this ruler, this pipeline on all the elements of our description rule. So I would define a custom rule. I have named it cust rule. So, and ruler. Okay, so and let's pass a sentence to it, and what that would do, doc equals to NLP, so it would convert that sentence to a NLP doc object, and then what I would do is for ENT doc.ents if ENT dot level equals to IP address. If it is equal to an IP address, then I would store it. So if it is an IP address, then I would return empty dot level. So I would like that to return the level, so I would like that to return that it's an IP address. So let's run it. Oh, it's be like this. Okay, so now I have to run a for loop that would run from I, for I in range length of data say new ENT. So new ENT is the new column that I am creating. Let's create a new column here so that it's easy to understand. So this is what I am doing. I am creating a new column, new ENT, that would have the IP address saved to it. Okay, so So this will be cust ruler, and I would pass the description column ith row, and this description column ith row, on that custom ruler will be applied and the output would be saved on in the new column. So if I run this would take some time. So this is done. Now let's see data here. Okay, so we have, okay, this is unable to identify. Let's see what happened here. It looks like I have done something wrong here. The code looks okay. Okay, so I think I have given in one extra space here. Okay, IP address space, and here I have not given, see the space is identifying here. If I give an extra space and match it, then let's see if I get it right or not. Yes, you can see that it's coming now. So that was the error, we forgot to add the space. Okay, so now what we would do is that we can, so we have identified the entity IP address. If we want, we can also identify the what is the IP address that's identified. We can do that by writing the same rule here. You can copy and paste the same rule. Let's give a new name to this, say IP rec, and in place of return ent.label, we would give ent.text. By this it would return the text, not the level of the text. The level is the name of the ent. And we can add one more column. Let's name it IP, and we can run this line of code to save the IP details to the new column named IP. And we have to provide the new def, that is the IP rec, and if we run it, okay, to run this, so if we run it, I will get one more column that would have this text value of the IP. Okay, it's done. So now we can see that it has also identified the text value of it, and with this information we can do a lot of analysis, and in my project this piece of information would be of a lot of use. And I would see some of like we can sort the value and see what are the IP address that's are there. Like I can do a value count also on this, like if I data dot new ent dot value count, so we can see there's 622, the total more than 3000 rows, so 622 has IP addresses. And we can do one more thing here, is data dot so we can also see the patterns in the IP addresses, that this is this appears 35 times in the data, this one appears 23 times. So this would also a valuable piece of information. And we can also plot this by something called like if I say IP dot iplot. Iplot is available. Okay, let's do one thing, let's make it kind equal to hist. Okay, so we can see that we can see in graphically that how many times this IP is, this is the highest number that appears, and this is the details. Like we can also see the distribution of the new ENT. So we can see that, okay, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so And this IP plot is, I think I haven't shown that. This is, yes, we can import Plotly and Cufflinks. These are certain, these libraries are used for good graphical representation of the data that I use these in whenever I'm doing NLP. So yes, that is the, so that's what we have done here. Thank you.